the struggle between ego and income. What part of the financial world has the most potential to derail a person's personal finances? Is it the political or the economic? No. We believe that the greatest threat to a person's financial happiness and well-being is the threat of ego.
Hello, I'm Linnetta.
I'm Patrick.
And together we are co-founders of
verticalconnectionsinc.
Thank you for joining us once again. If you're new to this channel, please be sure to subscribe. Everyone click the like button, the bell icon, and share this message.
Also, we greatly appreciate when you leave comments, and we look forward to those in the future.
What is ego? The Oxford Language Dictionary defines ego as a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance.
One might say that it's the part of the mind that mediates between the conscious and the unconscious and is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity.
The ego is the habitual and compulsive thought process that goes through everyone's mind continuously.
Left unchecked, the constant ego monologue driven by desires for status, validation, and material wealth can hijack our thoughts and emotions, preventing us from fully experiencing the present moment.
Instead of being present and engaged in our current circumstances, we become preoccupied with future-oriented worries and fantasies, fixated on what comes next or what we want to acquire next.
The incessant chatter of the ego pulls us away from the richness of the present moment. Instead of savoring the beauty of our surroundings and connecting deeply with others or immersing ourselves in meaningful activities, we find ourselves mentally wandering, consumed by thoughts of what lies ahead or what we hope to attain in the future.
Anxiety and worry plays into the ego's relentless focus on future outcomes as we become preoccupied with potential risk, uncertainties, and shortcomings.
It's time to reverse the field and look at self-publishing through a different lens. Self-publishing authors believe that they need to complete their book and then go after an audience. But doesn't it make sense to create a following for your story before it's finished, so when that time comes for your book release, readers will be waiting in line to purchase your book? Aguante Publishing's experienced marketing team is prepared and ready to do that for you and your masterpiece.
We may obsessively ruminate on hypothetical scenarios, magnifying potential failures or setbacks, and striving incessantly to control outcomes that are beyond our grasp.
When under the control of the ego, our cravings become unquenchable, always pursuing validation and satisfaction from external sources, particularly through acquiring material belongings.
We become fixated on our next purchase, convinced that accumulating more possessions will lead that to happiness, achievement, and societal acceptance.
This perpetual cycle of consumption perpetuates a sense of emptiness, dissatisfaction, as material wealth fails to provide lasting fulfillment or meaning.
The ego's fixation on future-oriented goals and desires can strain relationships as we become emotionally distant and preoccupied with our own agendas.
Rather than being fully engaged with loved ones, we might prioritize individual accomplishments and acquisitions, disregarding the significance of genuine communication, empathy, and understanding in our relationships.
As we get entangled in the ego's constant noise, we drift away from our genuine selves and the core values that hold significance to us. Our choices and actions are influenced by external standards and comparisons, rather than our inherent passions, abilities, and dreams.
This disconnection from our authentic selves diminishes our sense of meaning, satisfaction, and inner tranquility.
Left unchecked, the ego's dominance over our thoughts and behaviors perpetuates a cycle of dissatisfaction, anxiety, and disconnection from the present moment.
By cultivating mindfulness, self-awareness, and a deeper understanding of our inner motivations, we can loosen the grip of the ego and reclaim our ability to fully engage with life as it unfolds with presence, gratitude, and authenticity.
We shared an entire video on this called The Fear of Missing Out, or FOMO, linked at the end of this video, so please go ahead and check it. It's great in the fact that it focuses on Do we have the right motives?
Money is often the perceived stumbling block that prevents our ego from being totally satisfied with our present reality. Not that it ever would be satisfied.
The ego wants things in your life to happen a certain way and at a specific time. The ego believes that if you get the right things, the right positions, and the right status, you're going to be much happier. It maps out a perfect script for you to follow for the perfect life.
It's easy to buy into the mentality that having the bigger home will mean I have more happiness, or buy the right clothes, get the right haircut. People will see me in a certain way, and that will bring me more opportunities to get what I want.
Oh my. It might simply be, my day goes better if I start with going through the drive-thru for an overpriced cup of coffee. Everything requires money to achieve, and if you don't have money to burn, you make yourself miserable because you can't afford that thing that you want.
Or you take financial risk, thinking if I just had X, then I'd be happier. The problem is that you think those things will make you happy, but nothing can make you truly happy until you completely understand who you are.
Look at some of the weddings that you've been to. Some of them can get put into the category of over the top because they are ego-driven. Does spending thousands of dollars on flowers, a dress, catering, etc. really make the joining of two lives more meaningful?
You can tell that your ego is present in situations when you feel yourself becoming
stressed,
defensive,
outraged,
offended,
and angry.
Although some people turn their anger inward and become depressed.
You find yourself saying or thinking, why did this happen to me?
What have I done to deserve this?
How dare they blank?
Will I ever attain X now that this has happened to me?
There is no other option.
Allowing your ego to take over will never bring you closer to financial happiness or acceptance or financial mistakes.
The ego relies on you feeling like the donkey with the carrot attached to the stick, just a little bit ahead of him. Just when you think you've almost made it, the entire elusive dangling carrot stays just out of your reach.
The ego forces you to focus on the way things should be and leaves you constantly dissatisfied with current conditions. Financial happiness depends on your ability to disregard the goals of the ego and stay present in the moment.
Rather than obsessing on how things are supposed to go, you instead accept that events are unfolding as they are and can unfold no other way except how they are unfolding, and use that as your starting point.
From a law of attraction standpoint, letting go of the should in your life also allows you to focus on the essence of what you want instead of the form.
It's been said that you can have the essence of anything you want, but it rarely comes in the form you expect or want. But if you allow it, the result can be better than you could ever imagine.
The moment you become aware of and acknowledge your ego, the less power it has over you.
There is no specific object or thing, position or status that you need to help define who you are in this world, or that, in and of itself, will help you achieve financial happiness.
The moment you let go of that, the real you is free to explore a life uniquely suited to you, and better, definitely more affordable than you could ever imagine.
While money can be a powerful motivator and a tool for achieving goals, its pursuit, driven solely by ego, can lead to a range of challenges and conflicts in various aspects of your life.
Finding a balance between financial success and personal fulfillment requires introspection, self-awareness, and consideration of values beyond material wealth.
We thank you so much for joining us today. If you found this message enjoyable and informative and would like to support our channel, click the thanks button below. But until next time,
get connected to
go
vertical.
vertical. Bye-bye.